Hey guys, it's Chala from Crafting Through the Chaos of Life. Thank you so much for joining me for another video. Oh my goodness, I made it to the end of the year. It is the 365th day, and my 365-day challenge of not buying any craft supplies is finished. How exciting. So I did a whole year of just using what was either given to me or what I already had on hand. So it was a very exciting year to go and kind of bust up my stash a bit like that. And I'm hoping to do more of that in the year to come. Yeah, so we are back with our Book Lovers Journal, and I want to begin on the signatures. And let's get started. So the first thing I want to do is I can't find, I thought I had made some vintage tape, vintagey looking stuff like tape, like looks like tape, right? And I can't find it. So what I'm going to do is quickly make some with you. These are just clear labels, Avery labels. I couldn't get the full sheet ones, so they are, oh, I've got a couple here. They are the just kind of label size. And I think there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 10 labels altogether on here. So they're kind of big, which is nice. So let's go ahead and get this looking like vintage tape. And, oh, that's not what I want. I'm grabbing my wrong mat here. I want to just use my Tim Holtz mat here. I'm going to be using some alcohol inks to do this and a foam blender. And then while this is drying, we can go ahead and work on the pages. Okay, so the best color to use, I find, is honeycomb. I think that's the one I use. Just do a quick look. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's honeycomb. And that is the Tim Holtz brand, Ranger. Okay, so I just have my little applicator and little spongy thingy, doohickey, whatever that is. And we're just going to roll up our sleeves. And let's put this way. Give this a bit of a shake. Haven't used it in a while. Don't know if there's any minerals that settle in there or not. Try to do this away from flame and in a well-ventilated area. And I just put it on this little thing here. It's kind of an old sponge. I might have to replace it. But I just put some of that on. And then we're just going to smear. Get this all over. Just like this. And what it does is it stains the clear label. Oh, and it dries pretty quickly. It stains that clear label to make it look like it is old cellophane tape. There we go. The streakier the better, quite honestly. So there. I mean, that was pretty quick and simple. Now it looks like a hot mess, but wait till we cut it up. It's gonna look pretty cool. Okay, so this can get put away. And then, I mean, it doesn't take long for it to dry, but I like to have it just set just a little bit longer before I start playing with it in case there are any wet bits. So let's just set that to the side for now. Right there, put our inks away. And let's get working on our signatures. So I've pulled together a whole bunch of papers and that I want to make into our signature pieces. So I know that right off the bat, I want this to go in the middle of the journal in the middle of one of its signatures. Like, so there's going to be 3 signatures, and this is going to go in the middle signature, and in the middle of that, so that it's just kind of flopping around. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. So what I want to do is I want to score this and ink it and get it ready, so that when I do sew it in, it will be ready. Okay, I want to line that up, and I have a score tool somewhere. Let's try that. And it shouldn't take me this long really to score it, but I'm trying to actually make it go straight. Like that. Line that up here. Okay. That should work. Let's get rid of this for now, and then we can, this is my heavy one. Where's my lighter one? There we go. Okay, let me fold this edge in, crease it down, and crease that down. Okay, and we want to give it a little bit of an ink now before we forget. So yeah, that's going, oh, I got one more. I need the top flap. So we will just line this up like so. Hopefully that will fold over the top. I can always do some creative cutting if it doesn't. Okay. My oldest son is having a sleepover with some of his friends, so I'm not sure if you'll hear any noise in the background or not. They're just in the main area of the basement. Oh yeah, sorry about my last video with the sound. When I took my sweater off, I like totally forgot that my microphone was pinned to the sweater. So I had to like play around in iMovie to get the volume moved up so that you could at least hear what I was saying. I was like, oh man, I totally had a conversation that you guys didn't hear. So not like you missed much, but it's always kind of awkward when you like someone's talking and then all of a sudden you have no idea what they're saying anymore. Okay, so I'm liking this. Okay, that is good. So that's going to go, oh, I have to ink this too. This is going to go in the second signature. Did this, right? Now we do this side. Okay. There we go. Okay. And, oh, sorry. I know I'm going to want to ink this up, so let's just get it done now. Otherwise, if I forget, I'd be very upset. Okay. Almost done. Almost there. Super. Okay, I'm just going to put a paper clip on this to keep it kind of closed so it doesn't flop around on me. And let's figure out our next pieces. I'm going to need this. So this is going to be the front of each signature, and this is the vellum pieces. Just gorgeous. So I want it in this order. Okay, so this is the first one. I guess this would be the easiest way to go about this. Bone folder. Okay, there's one. That's for the first signature. This is for the second signature. Like this. Vellum's always a little tricky to fold because if it's not as forgiving as paper if you fold it wrong. It's usually got a terrible crease to it, right? So I'm just trying to do my best here. Okay, so that's the third, this is the second, and this is the second, and then this is the first. Okay. Kind of keep these off to the sides, somewhat organized. The next thing is book page, actual book page, because it's a book lover's journal. And then this is where that tape we just made comes in handy because I want to reinforce these pages. And then I need to cut them down. Should I cut them down first? Let's cut them down first. So my measurements are 4 1/4 by 7 1/4. Okay. So I need to, we want 7 1/4 this way. That's all right. I thought I'd have to kind of jimmy it around and figure out the best way to cut that, but it seems to be working okay. 7 1/4 there. Yes, the edges are a bit crispy, and I'm going to save these to stamp on because it's a beautiful book page. I can stamp some numbers or words or something on those. Okay, that's all right. And then I don't think I'm going to cut more than one at a time. That just does not seem like a wise idea. Okay, there's that. And this one. This one's going to look a little different because that blank spot at the top, but it'll be fine. Okay. Gonna need that again in a bit, but for now, okay, so this is going to be, I want this in the first signature, second, third, okay. But now we need to, I want to reinforce, look at that beautiful natural water staining on there, isn't that cool? Okay, so I want to, how do I want to do this? Folds this way, so I think I want to put the tape in here. And now I'm going to cut this just into strips. Got a little bit of a blank spot. See if I can give a little bit of color. I don't know if my sponge is still wet or not. There we go. Okay, let's use this end because that one is still, oh, that's got blank there too. Oh, it'll be fine. Okay, so I'm going to cut about this much and again go this way. So 1, 2, I think that'll be enough. If not, we can cut more. And I also want to grab my pinking shears because it makes a fun end on these. All right. So we will cut here and cut here. So yeah, once I get this peeled off, you'll see what I mean. Looks pretty darn cool. Look at that. Doesn't that look like H tape? Love it. And I mean, this is fairly sticky, but I feel like I want to add some glue just in case. Just because I have trust issues. And so really what I'm doing is just reinforcing the center of this so it doesn't rip. So that center hole is going to be reinforced because I think, yeah, that's pretty much the bulk of where the sewing was. And my little spreader tool.
Marjorie.
Yes, my dear, I'm doing a video. What do you need?
Oops, sorry.
That's okay.
I came with you for some crafting stuff. My friend.
Oh,
uses
thank
some.
you. Awesome. Oh my goodness, that's so great. This is a bus ticket transfer from the Calgary Transit System for the 2023 December 30th. They saved it for me and brought it over because they know I collect this stuff. So yeah, it's kind of a fun piece of ephemera. Look at that. Even my son's friends are helping me in the in the crafting process. Isn't that great? So thoughtful. Okay. So that one's good. We'll just gently finger press that down. Now let's move on to the next one. Okay, so yeah, we gotta go a little faster here to get done what I want to get done. Okay. And this one's going to be a bit trickier to get apart now because it's all just label. I don't have, let's do this pin. This pin should work. Just to pierce that backing paper. Come on. There we go. Is it going to work? No. Shoot. Can I grab just enough of that paper? Let go, let go. Oh my goodness. I didn't think this through, did I? Now how am I going to get that label off? Bugger. Because that's too yellow. I want it to be see-through. Oh my goodness, you guys. This is just terrible business, isn't it? Did not think this part through. There we go. Ha! The pin worked. Okay. Now let's put some glue on here. So you guys got any plans for New Year's Eve? Anything going on? I am just going to play in my craft room. I am not going to go out anywhere. I got a few things for like snacks and stuff to have, but since we've all been not well, we are gonna stay close to home just so as we don't get anybody else sick, because that's the last thing people want to start their new year out with, is feeling crummy. My mama bear wasn't feeling well today, so something's definitely going around. Okay, love it. And then the last one. And then this one's a little bit easier because I've got the ends here. I didn't cut it with my pinking shears. Okay. There we go. Yeah, look at that. That's so cool. I love it. Okay. Yeah, I remember, being younger and had to have plans for New Year's. What are you doing for New Year's? You gonna party? You gonna go to the bar? What are you gonna do? Now I'm like, if people would get all gussied up, right? Now I'm just like, don't leave me in my pajamas. Doing my thing. I don't need to put on 5 pounds of makeup and spend time doing my hair and then spend a bunch of money on alcohol just so I can start the new year off feeling like a bag of crap. That's not my idea of a good time. Not at all. Especially after having kids. Ugh. Let them go through it. Okay, super duper. We got that done. Okay, so this is... Oh, I have to cut these down more because they're too wide. Okay. They need to be 4 and... What do they need to be? 4.5. Okay, gotta do that. Ooh, more little markings, love it. Okay, 4.25 is here. Oh, I'm gonna cut those numbers off. I'm gonna lose a lot of that. A lot of that text. Can I push it to here? 4.5. Oof, I don't think I can. Well, I don't know. I don't want to cut all the edge of that text off is really what I don't want to do. How can I make that work? Okay, well, suppose I could just fold it. Have it as like a little text spot. I don't know. No, I can't think. Well, I'm going to do it at 4.5 and just live with it maybe. Why am I overthinking this? Yeah. Do it, do it, do it. Done. It's happening now. Yeah. It's happening. So that's 4.5. Okay. I mean, that was kind of heartbreaking to do, but it's just paper. I don't know why I'm making a big deal about it. Okay. So now we've got this, and then, nope. There we go. And this. I like that. Okay, yeah, I like that a lot. Okay, and then this is the second signature. So I'm kind of building this as I go here. Like that. And then this is also second signature. Tuck that in there. And third signature. Okay. Gotta keep myself somewhat straight here. Beautiful. Next we have some coffee dyed pages. So we're just going to put this up there. Cut this down to 7.25. Okay. By, oh, did I do that wrong? 7¼ by 9¼ Oh shoot. Crap, I cut that wrong. Oops. Let's just pull out 3 more pieces of coffee dyed paper. Try this again. One, 2, 3. Okay. Measure twice, cut once. All right. Learn that lesson. Okay, that's fine though. Not a big deal. You can fix it. Okay. So 9¼ this way. It's like, how do I get, okay, 9¼ there we go. Lost myself for a moment there. Okay, perfect. And this is 7¼ which is right there. Okay. Got a few strips. All right. Gonna need that again in a minute. So then these we just fold in half. Like that. And I'll rearrange this if I don't like the way it looks. Okay. So I'm not sure how many pages we're going to end up having. I think about 15 maybe. I need this to go in the second signature. And then the third. Okay. I think I can get myself together here. I think I'm trying to think of too many things at once is really what's going on in my brain right now. Trying to be 7 steps ahead when really I just need to focus on what I'm doing. Okay. Got it. Then this, I have 3 of these folded already, so I can just go ahead and cut it down. So 9¼ No, I don't have to do 9¼ I have to do 7¼ No. Yes, 7¼ That's what I want. My goodness. 7¼ and 4½, right? I'm really just second guessing myself in all of this. 4½. Okay. Please tell me I cut that the right way. Got a lot of plain colors together. They're neutrals, so I need to break that up at some point. And you. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, we're up to 4 pages. Now this one, this is kind of another beigey one, and then this we want to do at 7¼ Just lost my blade. Okay, sorry if this isn't riveting, but sometimes I think it helps to see somebody work through the process of how they put signatures together, right? Because that was the #1 thing I struggled with when I first started. Was I'm like, okay, I love the decorating, I love the ephemera, I love all the things, the building of the journal cover, but what's your process in actually building a signature? How do you choose your papers? And I just kind of am going with stuff that is complementary to the kit itself. So trying to pull colors of paper that I have on hand to work with that. And this has got to go in here. Yeah, we've got lots of blank pages, and that's what they wanted. They wanted lots of writing space. But I do, of course, want to add ephemera, and I'm going to do it not heavy, but not as light as I did my traveler's journal. Yeah, I wanted, oh, did I put, is that right? Yeah. Yeah, so I want it to be just a little bit more decorated. Okay. Now this one's a more bluish side, so 7 1/4. And then you can see that we've got some kind of blues here, so that kind of paper plays off of that. And this paper I got years ago at just at Goodwill. It was like lots of this good quality paper. In different colors and stuff, and I just snagged it. I was like, yeah, I'll take that. And I think it was like $10, and there was literally like hunks and hunks, like big reams of it. So that was a good score indeed. So yeah, I mean, going to your thrift stores, I think that was at Value Village, or Value Village as I like to call it. It's definitely a good find. You gotta be picky. You gotta be picky with what you purchase, otherwise you'll just purchase everything and not really love it. Just if you really love it and think you can use it, then maybe buy it, but otherwise, yeah, it's so easy to go overboard. Okay, ledger paper. I think this would be fun. So with this, it's going to be a fold out. And I need to figure out how big it is. Let's get rid of these pieces. Use these to like back stuff or stamp stuff on. Okay. So this is 14. And I want to get my big scoreboard out. Sorry, bear with me. Okay. So 4 1/2. Where is my bone folder? 4 1/2. So we'll score here with this. This one will work better to break down the fibers. Okay, 4 1/2. And 4 1/2 is 9. So I'm just trying to yeah, that'll fold a good couple times. Okay. Just trying to work out the fold of it. So come back just a titch here. And then this way, is that going to? So I need to come back just a bit more. Like that. Okay. So yeah, really what I'm trying to do is so that this is going to fold into the signature Okay, it's still folding, sorry. That's where I want to sew it into the signature, is right there, is what I'm trying to do. But I can't have this go wider, so maybe we'll just do it like this. Okay. Not sure if that made sense to you, but I worked it out in my head and I'm happy with it. Okay. That should fit, right? Yes, okay. Now we need to do that again, and we're going to cut the heights from there. Okay, I think I got it worked out now. Pull that to here. And then there is that fold line. Like so. Okay, yep. I've got it worked out now. Let's give this a better score. Maybe try folding it this way first. And then this comes here. All right. Okay, that is good. I likely will need that again. And then we'll bring our cutter out, and then this is going to be 7 1/4. Cutter, 7 1/4. Okay, so hopefully this is making sense the way I'm doing this. 7 1/4. Oh. Do I want to cut from the top or the bottom? I want to cut from the bottom, yeah. Okay, 7 1/4. More little fun pieces to play with. 7 1/4. Again, I'm only doing one kind of little piece here at a time because it's so many layers now that we've got it folded over. Okay, 7 1/4. Right. Okay. Now I'll put them in our signature. So yeah, I think I need to break it up. Once I get to the printed digital pages, it'll break up these kind of blank ones, so not to worry. We can always shuffle things around once we are done getting them all in there. Okay, that can go in. Yeah. Make sure I got my signatures in the right order. That would be helpful. And there we go. Okay. We are just coming along here really nicely. I'm liking the way that this is working out. I just need a drink because I'm thirsty. Super. Okay, so our next pages are these fun school book pages because, of course, books, school books. Thought that was cute. I did not coffee dye these. I think I'm going to leave them white. Shocking, I know. But I think it'll be good. Even though it's a little more stark than one would like. I think it'll be fine. Okay. So this way needs to be 4 1/2. Making sure folds on the left. 4 1/2. Some fun pieces. And 7 1/4. 7 1/4. Why does it look so small? Doesn't it look really small? It's because it is. That's okay because it's getting near it's getting close to the middle. Yeah, that's fine. Is it fine? Yeah, because I could put a tab or something on there. That'll leave room for a tab. Okay, it's fine. I mean, they don't have to line up, obviously. It's a junk journal, right? All the pages do not have to be the same, but because this is a journal that has the flap over cover to it, I do have to be mindful of the size this way. So either way it works out. If that made sense to you at all, it made sense to me. Okay, so I have these fun doodle things. I think, you know, coloring books, right? Books, coloring books, not just literature. And we will cut this down. How do I want to do this? Okay, so 7 1/4. I'm just worried about, yeah, I'm going to take some of this white space off. Okay, and then 7 1/4. Nope, gotta turn it around. I need to straighten up this edge, sorry. It's giving me the gears. Okay. So 7 1/4. More fun little bits. And 4 1/2. 4 1/2. And even more little fun bits. Okay. No, what did I do? I needed to fold them. Is what I needed to do. I cut them as if I had already folded them. Oh well. Oh my goodness, this is what happens when you're crafting tire. That's okay. Short little pages is good. We can do short little pages. Just a little burst of coloring is just fine. Happy accident. It's a Bob Ross moment. It's a happy little accident. Because not only do I get pages, I got some fun little bits to play with as well. All is good. Okay. Yeah, definitely gonna have to move this around because not in love with where it is at this exact moment. Oh my goodness, time is going so quickly. Time flies when you're shuffling papers, people. Time flies when you're shuffling papers. Okay. Yep. Liking it. Liking it a lot. Then I have German book page. And that's not the cutter I want. Okay, so we want this to be Oh, I've only got 15 minutes left. And I have lots more pages to go. So I might have to do another video for you guys. Or I'll just finish it up. I'll finish the pages up off camera. That's what I'll do. I'll finish them off camera. So I'm going to trim just a little bit of this white bit off. This is really old German dictionary paper. Oh yeah, it's not going to want to cut nicely, is it? No, I need to use my guillotine to do that. Sometimes you just need a guillotine cutter because the slatting one will not work on these fragile papers. Okay, a little bit raggedy there, but that's fine. Okay, so 7 1/4. Is it gonna let me just get enough of a cut so that I can put it in my guillotine and then cut it from there? I think that's about right. Okay. And, ooh, 4 1/2. Gonna lose some of that text, but c'est la vie. Okay. Alrighty, Roo, so we've got that. Then we've got some fancy dyed coffee paper. Then I have this kind of translucent, it's not onion skin, but it's just some translucent paper for fun. Then we get into our digitals. And then I made, from some images off the internet, I made a page here that has book covers, and I just made it kind of to the size of the pages that we're working with. And then I'm going to sew on the other side of it this piece, this writing page. And then that's it. That's all the pages. So yeah, I think what I'll do is I will just kind of sign off for now. I will finish up putting the pages together, and then yeah, we'll have our signatures done. So I thank you guys so very much for hanging out with me today. I hope that this kind of gave you an idea of how to, you know, build your signatures. Enjoy the New Year's Eve. I wish you nothing but the best for the new year. And yeah, lots of exciting things to come. Stay tuned, because January 1st, ooh, it's going to be the start to something special. So, all right, guys, thanks again for joining me. Happy New Year. And P.S. I love you.